InShalla and Ashe. Welcome to September 3rd, 2021. I always kind of stare at myself on this camera, but I am Tonya D, holistic Shhhmedium and subtle energetic surgeon. Have you climbed into your skin lately, your authentic self, or the authenticity of yourself? During a casting of the shells in divination, I do a TikTok for the weekend. I'm recording right now. But one of the aspects is a prescription similar to a doctor. However, the medicine is a recommendation in order to bring you into your authentic self sometimes. And it kind of opens the door to a new corridor into your authentic self. And today is the day where this kind of comes into play. It's the authenticity of climbing into our skin, our beingness, being in alignment in our authenticity, our integrity, one of my favorite words. But before we get into that, let's actually look at the elemental realm and the energetics. Today we have a wood yaya day and a tiger on the branch. It's also called the wood jaya tiger or just the yaya tiger. So it's ideas, it's journaling, being in your authentic nature, just looking at the elements. Today would actually be an amazing day to set your intentions or at least kind of get the ball rolling into the manifestations of what you want to create for this new moon in Virgo, which my musing moon meditation is ready in the corridor. All you have to do is opt in and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you should get that in your inbox already. But it's just, we're setting the stage to our core, what it is that we want to manifest in our day-to-day reality. Just looking at the elements, it's a pretty outer realm kind of day. There's lots of yang energy and both the day and the month. So we have the inner yin energy on the year, the metal ox. So our inner world is coming into alignment later in the day. So you might feel a little awkward by the end of the day. Why? Because you're birthing a new you, going or coming from out of the cocoon that you've kind of been harvesting for the past year, say, or at least the last 6 months, and learning how to walk again in a way of putting on a new wardrobe. So your fashion sense might be a little different or maybe awkward. But maybe you even have feelings less than awake lately, having trouble sleeping, feeling a little bit off. So you're matching up both your inner self and your outer self. What's the feeling that you're expecting within yourself? So it's like all of our beingness, all of our ingredients, anything you're focusing on for the last few days is actually merging and coming into a coherence today. And I talk about the merging of the inner and the outer bodies and the energy body demystified. So it really is a process like all of the things. So we have our physical body system with our organs and our fluids and our bones and our blood and whatnot. But then we also have the body harmonic, our energy body. It wants the same harmonic as our physical body. And those are like the subtle energetic fields, the unseen, our energy centers, our auras, our meridian pathways. So this feeling is when like all of these, everything kind of clicks. It just snaps right into place. So it really is climbing into your skin. And one of the ways to climb into your skin is actually to heal the being that resides within us and also outside of us. Be more compassionate to yourself. Leave the judgment zone. And if you allow your heart to step aside without any criticism, your authentic assembly line will actually merge into your own personal oneness field and allow this newness, this authenticity to actually kind of thread or weave itself in. And there's no need to kind of micromanage yourself today. You want to stay in the feeling, the sensation of the feeling of compassion within yourself, loving yourself. So it really is the essence of forgiveness on all the levels, the inner and the outer self to others. You want to be more flexible, like the wind, compassionate, be more loving to yourself. Explore the feelings actually as they come up, start bubbling up in your spring. When you are compassionate in the streams of your own spirit, your essence, with no effort at all. So this is kind of an authentic way of climbing into our skin. And as this new frequency, this vibration of awareness comes to you, of who you are being, and it's like taking shape. It's like this new morphology is actually happening, not just on the physical and the body, but also in the energetic world outside of us. So sometimes we have a temptation to kind of pick at ourselves, like when we're crocheting. If you're a crocheter, I'm going to try that. And you don't like the thread, so you pull out the string and you start over. You miss a loop, or, you just take the entire thing apart. So there's really not a need today to nitpick at ourselves. It's time to be in love with our imperfections and be in the loop of the otherworldly compassion, be patient, and really start emitting, shining out your light, that new feeling. With personal self-nurturing and feelings, they really come online. So you want to go with the flow of your emotional channel and the needs without any criticism, and buffer up your self-esteem. So there is really enough of that kind of going on in the other world news, I am sure, the nitpicking. So how you treat yourself on the inside with our behaviors, even those kind of defensive mechanisms with our ego, they're actually going to come into alignment. So if you have an old trigger or a habit or something that's been incubating or percolating coming up, that's really only a test of our own personal emergency broadcast system. So it's like, did you get the memo? So the best thing to do is like acknowledge, access, and reply to what your heart center believes is actually better. Step back and kind of watch yourself come actually into alignment, into integrity, by just allowing, don't be the judge, be the compassion. And as you start to vibrate to a new frequency with all this feeling of radiance, like Wilbur on the inside, Wilbur from Charlotte's Web, by the way. First I talked about Templeton a couple days ago with the rat and the branch the other day. But today is kind of Wilbur shining our radiance. But holding, you want to hold your focus there, and the radiance inside of you goes out into those surrounding areas of your life. So that, it might not be in alignment. So it's kind of a process. It's really my favorite word, integrity, one of my favorite words. So holding the inner and the outer alignment, those frequencies, when we get into our alignment, we can achieve it on actually the inside. And then the outer world actually wants to reflect that back into our inner world. So it creates this coherence, this merging, this resonance field. So you really want to be just kind of in your observation station, and observe yourself and take note, make sticky messages or sticky notes. I have them all over my desk. And actually just be in the authentic joy of the process. And just knowing that any imperfection is actually the perfection. We kind of have to unwrap our mind from that. So it really is kind of an exciting day. And the energy itself calls for more of a celebration as we enter into a new forensic or spiritual timeline with a more enlightened kind of frequency, our brilliance, outside and beyond. So it's kind of like the infinity and beyond, leaving a century-old world into a new world. So you really want to hold your self-esteem, be in a positive light, stay in your own vibrant flow of energy in and also around your body. And our higher heart is actually online today. So it's something great to bring in, like the colors of green, the golds, or even pinks. So it's the aspects within our heart, our middle heart, our lower heart, and our high heart. It's also our soul's harmonic and our pathway to a different frequency. So it really is forest greens, limes, emeralds, fluorescent like the northern lights, and pinks. You can go into that state as well. The seed sound of the day is the yay, as in play, but you end with an am. So it's yam. And I would just kind of frequent that tonality randomly through the day. It's love and it's compassion in action. For the elemental sound, the sound of waters, the like blowing out a candle. Or you can still use the shh sound, like when you're shh, to be quiet. And also, the archangel of the day is Metatron. Metatron is actually in his frequency. He's hyper aware today. So you can bring in the Merkaba. This is kind of what I was called to do. bring in the Merkaba and allow it to cleanse all of your energetic centers. You can use the essence of greens and the golds and then the pinks, and really just allow it to spin in and through your heart channel. I would possibly take 12 in breaths and out breaths as you approach your center, and just do this cosmic cleansing to get in alignment for both your inner world and your outer world, your physical body and your energy body kind of thing. And kind of sync those two energies together. The card of the day, which is super fun. I stuck with the elemental deck, which is awesome, right? Let's get rid of that. And I pulled the earth card, which, you know, Virgo is an earth season, an earth realm. And it's also, this card is organic timing. So since we're in the season of Virgo, earth, right? And just, I'm sure I've already said this, but my musing moon meditation is ready in the corridor, the new moon in Virgo. It's actually my gift to you. And Virgo being the body, our health, the physical body, and the earth card being this physical realm. So it's like a lesson or a teaching to actually honor the physical, how we actually live in a state more of gratitude, and the grace, the streams of integrity in the grace field, the streams. I call them conscious river streams, just different ones, honoring both the cycles and the transitions between the interseasons, and how to really form a container of your own authentic sacredness of the journey through Earth School. You know, we're on the realm of the earth, going through our own journey, our own Earth School, and how to embody the wholeness of our beingness and heal any of those internal aspects of feeling separated and knowing that we are connected. So we have the inner to the outer and returning, learning just different ways to work with being disciplined and having structure and form and matter, and appreciating all the gifts, all the bounty of being things that are offered to us and for us. So it's kind of nice to see the earth realm itself, not just as the physical, but it's kind of a teacher, it's a guide, and a journey. And she also connects with our personal earth beingness, our body. So it's great to just give thanks and appreciation while also honoring and being in alignment, integrity, first with our physical. But the card is actually saying it's organic timing, where nature has its own kind of timing. It responds to this inner sense of time when things are ripe, ready to pick, or even be actually delivered. We're in the harvest, so it's fun that I pulled this card. And you can't keep nature to its own time clock, right? Or a calendar for a kind of being in precise time or precise predictability. You know, you cannot predict the weather. I know mine changes daily, but we often just need to regain our own sense of our organic timing and our essence, and allow the ripening and the fruits in our lives to go at their own pace. So is it a ripe time right now, or, you know, is it still ripening? So you kind of want to ask yourself, what does the earth want to teach you about organic timing? And also, you know, do situations in your life need to ripen more, or should you allow them to go at their own pace? Those are just some musings about the earth. Some affirmations for today. Obviously, my motto is climbing into your skin, right? But I have climbed into my skin authentically. So kind of muse about that and say that. Another one is I'm in alignment, or I'm in my personal alignment grid. So you're in your own frequency, your own grid line for yourself, and just feel your way through to the other side of all the changes that are actually happening for you, not so much to you. Stay in the light, be in your brilliance, be bright, and shine on. And as always, I will see you on the other side. Blessings, enjoy your day, and InShalla, Ashe.